Are you tired of this being the color scheme of fall? Me too. I'd like to show you a few other ways to get your fall vibes on. Grab your paintbrushes, your colored pencils, or your crayons, we don't discriminate here. And stay tuned for the end of this video. I am going to tell you how you can win one of the paintings that you're about to see here. Okay, I'm going to sound like a basic bitch when I say this, but fall is my favorite time of the year. I feel like I can really express myself. It's my favorite time of the year to actually dress up. Leggings, sweaters, scarves, you name it. And there's just so many wonderful colors everywhere. But I feel like there's a bunch of wasted potential. Oftentimes people associate fall with just that typical orange, red, yellow color scheme, and there's a whole lot more to it than that. So today I want to take a deeper dive into the colors of fall, starting with my favorite. Red, yellow, and blue. If you're no stranger to my work, you'll see this theme pop up everywhere. I don't know what it is about these colors, but I tried getting away from them and I just can't stop. We're starting with our foreground. Using cadmium yellow, I am making a gradient circle working into a cadmium red medium. You may see different names on your colors, such as yellow medium. If you don't have the specific hues I'm using, just use what's available to you. I'm not being picky here. When working with gradients and acrylics, it's important to work quickly. Your paint can dry in the time it takes to dispense more paint onto your palette, so use a spray bottle to keep your surface moist, but take care not to spray too much as droplets will form and pick the paint up off your surface. When you're happy with your gradient, start blocking in the shadows of your painting using phthalo blue and the teeniest bit of titanium white to brighten it up. I'm laying down some leaves in the background with some dark red, followed by some lighter blue, and I'm blending into the base of my trees. This is going to help things pop out a little bit more. Here I'm adding more blue around my fox with patches of underpainting showing through to imitate the effect of fallen leaves. Bring these patches out a little bit more with some yellow along the top of the edges as if sunlight is hitting the top. Fill out the finer details and make sure not to skimp out on tree branches and leaves no matter how tedious they are. It's worth it in the end for all the detail. I'm moving on to my fox here. There's not a whole lot of logic to the lighting in this piece, so this is just about making her look pretty. I'm keeping as much underpainting as possible showing through her coat. This is going to make her glow. Once your signature is down, that means that you're done. Here we are with a bright and colorful, vibrant piece. I feel like there's so much life in here as opposed to the melancholy that you often see in fall artwork. I had a whole lot of fun with this one, and this is my personal favorite. Stay tuned. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about how you can win this in a giveaway on my Instagram. So now we're ready to move on to a more quiet type of fall scenery. This one makes me feel that cold sting on my cheeks and that vague sore throat that goes away just as soon as you drink some hot chocolate. We're going to turn our attention to an overlooked color of fall, and that is purple. Use a light lavender or even a pink if you're feeling a little crazy, and blend this into a soft orange at the bottom of your painting. You can use as much white as you need to lighten your colors here, just remember to work quickly. When you've established your gradient, use a slightly darker shade of purple to put some foreground down. I'm going very impressionist here so as not to distract from the subject of the piece, who we'll add in later on. I'm adding some fog under the trees for some extra mysterious vibe. Use a dark purple to add in some scraggly trees, and then start adding in splashes of crimson, dark green, purple, and orange at the floor of your trees, in no particular order. You can take your time with these to make them look more detailed or just be impressionist to save time. Using a wet brush, blend out the edges of your leaves to take some of the harshness away from those lines. Now this is a great foundation, but it's a little empty without a bird friend to keep us company, so I chose a raven because of the color scheme, and I put him on a fence post for his perch. After adding my fence wire, I'm ready to move on to our last piece. But first, let's take a look at what we made. I'm pretty happy with this one. I love birds and I love the cool look of this painting. I feel like it's appropriate on a wall no matter what time of the year it is. Okay, moving on to our last one. I'm going to call this one our spooky theme. You're going to see me sketching here, but ignore that because it's not going to show through our underpainting, so it's just a waste of time. Our gradient is going to be a deep violet, followed by a burnt sienna, a touch of cadmium yellow, and a dark ashy green, which will be the grass in the finished piece. I'm leaving some blank canvas here for the subject of our piece, that way it's not so hard to go over later on. And I'm drying the gradient with a hairdryer because life is too short to watch paint dry. A dark purple goes in the background for the base of our leaves, followed by a lighter purple to give them some shape. Drag some shadows out from under the trees, taking care that they're all in the same direction. Add in some leaves to the top using crimson, purple, and orange in the same way as we did before, then add some texture to the top of the grass by feathering it out. And this one, you can obviously feel free to be a bit more liberal in your choice of colors. Ultimately, we just want to use darker values, and adding in that kind of orangey burnt sienna look is going to give it a kind of creepy, eerie glow. I'm adding a lantern to the side of our subject, imitating the effect of the light by adding orange streaks in the grass. Then it's time to move on to our subject. I didn't do a lot of planning for this one, so you're going to see me struggle with her skin, but let's focus more on the colors we're using for her. I chose dark blue for her dress and a rosy peach for her skin tone. I kept her hair white because it somehow felt right, though looking back, a chestnut brown may have been better for the lighting. And there we have it. That's our third piece. I feel like this one's got some strong, mysterious fall vibes. Now, this video is not necessarily a tutorial, but feel free to go back and follow along with me. These color schemes are not patented, so feel free to use them. Tag me on Instagram. I would love to see what you've come up with. Okay, so for now that about does it. I hope you had fun looking at the different ways that you can depict the colors of autumn. I know I certainly did. Fall is my favorite time of the year, as you can tell. Now, if you are interested in owning some of my original artwork, now's your chance, because I am giving away the first painting you saw here in this video. I need you to like the photo of this painting, and then I also need you to repost it with the hashtag Jeannie's Fall Giveaway. All the rules about my giveaway are going to be in that post as well. Right now, this giveaway is limited to the US only, partially because I'm not aware if I have a following internationally, and partially because I can't afford to ship it out that far. Thank you so much for watching. Believe me, every watch, like, subscribe, or like on my Instagram really goes a long way. Right now, I'm all about just building my following, so you don't even have to monetarily participate in my art. You are still supporting me just by being here, so thank you so much. My every Tuesday videos are currently on hold as I figure out a new schedule. I am starting a new job, working Monday through Friday, so I'm just getting a little bit acclimated back into my routine. But stay tuned, good stuff is to come soon. Thank you again for all of your support, and I'll see you next time.